Hi everyone. Today we are going to see this case study about energy storage system. Before going to see what is energy storage system, we are going to see why we are going for this topic. The main case. The main case you can see in this picture. First picture, what you can see is if we don't have power for a long period of we can have an half an hour or 1 hour, or we can manage in one day, but more than one day, what happens? You can see in first picture. So first picture, what happens is, if suppose the survey coming block out on 2024, there is outage. So particular area goes out of the power. So we can see the outage of particular area. So what happens? This is the case. This is the problem. So now how we are going to overcome this problem? So we have one only way we need to store the energy. So we have to store the energy. By storing the energy, we can overcome this problem. Not 100%, over 80 to 90% we can overcome this problem. So the main thing is, so what happens? Sometimes it happens, sometimes have blackouts. So sometimes we don't have power for more than one day. How we are going to manage this power? Okay. So next thing is why. So now before going to see what is storage, energy storage, first we can see what is an energy. So energy is defined as the ability to do the work, and energy can be found in many things, can take different forms. And for example, kinetic energy, energy of motions, and chemical energy, and potential energy. And we have so many type of energy: kinetic energy, chemical energy, and potential energy. So energy is never lost. Its energy is ever lost, but it can be converted from one form to another form. Okay. So next, now coming to why we need to store the energy. This is the main thing. So because we need a secure and reliable and electricity power. We need a secure, reliable electricity power, that too 24 hours a day. We need a power for 24 into 7. Okay. So need to take more uses of renewable energy sources such as solar and wind. So the solution is we have to take this renewable energy sources, solar and wind, but to reduce our reliance on non-renewable fossil fuels such as oil and gases. So we have to concentrate more on renewable energy sources such as wind and but we have to reduce non-renewable energy sources. Okay. Now coming to, so why we need an energy storage? The conversion of excess electricity into different form. Say example, we have a excess electricity. We have, say night time we'll be having more number of excess electricity, we don't know what to do, so we're giving free electricity to the farmers. So conversion of excess electricity into different form of energy. It can be recovered into electricity with minimum losses. This can be done by reducing gap in supply demand of electricity. So this can be reduced by supplying demand and supply what we have getting, demand and what we have getting. Okay, what we have produced. Okay, now it can be applied to the both the conventional source of electricity of and a renewable energy source. So this energy storage can be applicable for both conventional source and renewable source. Okay. Now, what are the energy sources available? We know that we have main two part of energy sources available. One is renewable energy source. Next one is non-renewable energy sources. Okay. What are the renewable energy sources? Wind, hydro, solar, geothermal, biomass. These are all the renewable energy sources. Non-renewable is oil, coal, and nuclear and natural gases. Okay. Now, what is the difference between the difference between renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources? So the renewable energy sources, the main this you can use again and again, but in non-renewable energy sources we can't use again and again. Okay, so that is it. This type of sources inexhaustible. So inexhaustible, it is an unlimited. It is an unlimited. Example, we know that solar is an unlimited, wind is an unlimited, and hydro is an unlimited. So renewable energy sources unlimited, but non-renewable energy sources are limited. Okay, it can't be renewed. Okay, now we are know so what are the energy renewable energy sources? We know that solar, tidal, wind, hydro, biomass, biofuel, etc. These are comes under the renewable energy sources. And non-renewable energy sources, coal, oil, nuclear, etc. Okay. Now, what are the main drawback of why is a renewable energy storage system? So now, what is main drawback of renewable energy sources? So now we are concentrating on renewable energy sources, but there is a main drawback of renewable energy sources. It is not easy to use solar and wind for all the needs. Okay, you know that in daytime we can use solar, in night time we can't use the solar power. At the same time, in wind days, we can use wind energy, but after that wind days, well, we can't use wind energy. So this is the main challenge. And then cloud passes, the sun and the wind gets fast and slows. Okay, this we know that these are the main one of the drawback. And solar power and wind power not always available. We know that solars will available only in daytime. It won't be available in nighttime. The solution is the one and only solution for the problem is energy storage. So we can have a power supply that is available by 24 into 7. And I already told you that by storing an energy and generate from the solar and wind. Now, what is the challenge is we have to store the energy which is produced by renewable energy source, because it is unlimited. So we can always get renewable energy sources. Here we what is our challenges? The main challenges in energy storage. The main challenge in energy storage. Okay. Now, what is energy storage system? So the energy storage system is nothing but the capture of energy produced by one time for use of the later time. So we know that. So it captures the energy for one time and it used for long time period. So it stores the energy whenever the demand arises. We can give the energy back to the energy back to the grid. Okay, so can be applied for both conventional source of electricity and renewable. So this is applicable for both conventional source and non-conventional source, but we must concentrate on renewable energy source because that is an unlimited sources available. Okay, so here we have some more technicals to provide short-term energy while others can induce for much longer sources. So the energy storage, now the main thing is storage. How long it can be storage? Okay, it can be stored for 1 day or 2 days or 1 week, 1 month, or etc. So what are the how long term the terms how the energy will be stored? Okay, now, so finally coming to this are the main solution for demand on energy storage. Okay, now next, this the final conclusion is energy storage system for balancing grid is in long term solution. So energy storage balancing grid is long term solution. If we balance the grid, then the solution is uh, oh, okay. The research center should be established to carry out the research for testing in the field. So more and more research we need to do for in this particular area of energy storage, because long-term solution is must for everyone. Okay. So country who have not yet exposed their renewable energy system potential should expose potential of a storage in parallel, because in future we are going to face so many power demands because of usage of energy sources, and we have to parallelly work on storage of energy storage. So the proper policy should be developed. So we have to develop proper policy for storage of energy and explore public private partnership. We can call for public and private partnership. How we are giving the solar cell solar plant cells have roofed house, etc. Like that we have to expose this for public partnership. Okay, so these are the main conclusion. First, we are why we are how we are going to meet that demand, overcome that demand, and how what are the techniques, how what are the major problems, and how we are going to store the renewable energy source and non-renewable energy sources, and how we are going to develop a policies, and how we need to express the balancing the grid in long-term solutions. Okay, with this we can end this case study. Thank you.